So this feels more or less like deja vu because a couple months ago we tried to record a video.
When we combined our accounts or made it a joint account, and when we changed the name to everything and made it Aquí Entre Nos.
Which is here between us in English.
So this series kind of stemmed from our name and having these conversations and making them content, essentially, where we kind of talk about our life, living in Mexico,
parenting, marriage,
just everything in between.
Yeah.
So now here we are, like months later,
with
retrying to do it because the first time we didn't really
go
anywhere.
It was just like a mock up.
Yeah, it was like a test run.
Yeah.
And it was a good test run, but we never posted it. We never did anything with it. So now that we're kind of growing,
as content creators and on YouTube,
as our account,
we wanted to revisit this series and have these conversations.
And kind of see how it goes, because I don't know if it'll be up people's alley or, you know, they're just gonna be like, we don't want to hear y'all talk.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You guys let us know.
Give us the blogs.
Yeah, definitely let us know what you think. But we want to have these episodes, I guess. These videos where we do this and kind of just talk, because I know with all of our vlogs, sometimes it can be hard to get to know us.
Connect with us.
Mostly me. I think because of my journey on social media, in my progress of getting comfortable and kind of growing out of that awkward phase is still very much going on. So I think a lot of people still have the misconception, right, that I don't want to be
part of content.
Yeah, part of the content, or that I'm mad when Carlos records me.
And to give some context to that, it's because when I started content creation about 1.5 years ago, it was just me.
For a long time.
Yeah. Alondra did not want anything to do with the camera. She did not want to be caught on frames, on videos, on any. One time she got, a couple times she got, she didn't get mad at me, but she was like,
retake that. He got me like in the frame, in the background, and I was like, no, I am not part of your content.
She wanted to go very incognito.
I was very good at being incognito for as long as I was. I had like a faceless account, and I would go and support him. I told him, like, don't tell people I'm your wife. So having grown from that to this is a very big step in itself, right? So,
and a lot of people, sorry to interrupt, but a lot of people on YouTube, because it's a new community, mostly a new community than from our community on TikTok, you guys haven't seen that process or that phase or that change as time has passed by, because on YouTube we kind of both jumped on ship at the same time.
And not to mention that, like, YouTube is a whole other beast where you know, long form content is not, I mean, I wouldn't say it's harder or easier, I just would say it's a whole other category in itself.
Yes, so it's a different type of content style.
Yeah, but we're here, I'm trying to kind of shake off the awkwardness. I still feel the uncomfortable, visible uncomfort, right?
And I'm happy and delighted to be able to hear her speak for this much, because most of her vlogs, as you guys have seen, it's mostly me. You know, it's mostly me holding the camera, recording, talking.
I think that's another thing that people kind of misconceive is, because you're always recording, or most of the time you're recording, especially with like our family vlogs when we're out and about, like I'm the one watching the kids, making sure, like, you know, and you're the one recording stuff for the videos.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of catch me off guard, and you kind of catch me distracted. So it kind of comes off as she does not want to be on that video.
Camera, yeah.
So.
But I think it is also part of our authenticity as content creators, if you want to call it that, because we don't want to make it performative. You know, if I'm recording a vlog and I capture on the frame,
in my natural state, like, I'm not just gonna like
smile for the camera.
Yeah, nobody's happy all the time. I'm sorry to break it to y'all.
I'm a little different because I sometimes I do come from the gym, and because I'm a morning person, so I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to have a good day, and
I wake up slowly. I have slow mornings, and that's just how it is.
and that's why she says, like, it's true, like not everybody's always happy, because sometimes I'll come home.
Sometimes I'm just existing.
And I'll be like,
Alright.
what's wrong? She's like, nothing. I'm like, what?
I'm just hanging out.
So
So
it's no different with
I mean,
content.
it's also like, we're personality differences,
Yeah.
but we balance each other out. Let's just leave it at that. We
Yeah.
balance each other out a little bit. Because whereas Carlos is more inclined to sharing our life, I'm a little more on the private side. So we find balance in that when it comes to creating content together or as a family, because
Yes.
like we do have boundaries where it's like we're gonna have days that we don't record, or moments where it would make good content, right? And so to say, but it's not worth like overexposing our kids, or like
Making everything
just like
about
that
content.
moment that should stay between our family, like,
Yeah, because you don't want to get consumed by content creation and feel like you always have to be recording every bit and piece of your life, because we want to make sure we don't cross over to that, because it's just for the sake of privacy and our boundaries
and our kids. I think that's always been like a big
that's the
thing.
biggest
Well, for
thing.
both of us,
Yeah.
right? Because they are watching. Like they are watching us. Like our oldest, she kind of knows when we're recording now. It's funny.
It's cute.
And
for
she'll
us to
record her
see.
own vlogs now. It's
Yeah.
really cute. We won't share those.
No, never.
But like the kids are watching, so we never want to make them feel like they have to perform for the camera, or like we're making them uncomfortable. We're never going to share like vulnerable moments in their lives, because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, our content will be
We want to focus it around
on us.
Yes.
Right. If our kids happen to be in the videos, it's because it's like that's just the natural progression of it. It's not because we want to make them the center of anything. So that and privacy and just feeling uncomfortable are all things that we are learning to balance.
Yeah, and we're learning as we grow and as we go, because it's one of those things where it's like anything else in life. You learn as you go. You get better at it, and there has been times where we record a vlog, and when we're looking at the footage, we're like, oh, we caught too much of the kids, or it wasn't enough of us, and we just have to scrap it and say, well, you know what, that's going to be for us to keep. And that's where that healthy boundary, or that where those like lines of communication between her and I are always there, so we can always like hold each other accountable to that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because sorry, just to kind of like go to a different topic, is thinking of content creation as a whole. There was a seed that was planted a long time ago, and we don't
like
talk.
The original.
We don't talk about it enough on our social media platforms. But
I don't think you've ever talked. Well,
I think I talked about it one time on a live. It wasn't even, I've never made a post about it, but back in 2017 and 18, when we first got together, we were expecting our firstborn. And I think it was a time where like vlogging in general was like kind of taking off. And I wanted to like have this YouTube channel, and I had this idea, and we went in, it was a spur of the moment thing. We bought a camera, we bought like equipment.
We didn't even know what we needed exactly. We just bought stuff that we envisioned needing.
Yeah.
It was a handful of stuff, but even so, it was very spontaneous of us. Of Carlos, I should say, because I was just being the supportive girlfriend.
But we wanted to.
It didn't really, he wanted to do the whole content creation thing even then. And it didn't go anywhere. Like as I got more pregnant, I was very much sick throughout the entire pregnancy, so do not record me.
And I just never went for it because of the fear of, it was a small community, and everybody knew each other, so in the back of my mind it was always like, what are people going to say? What are people going to think? Which we all do that, right? We all shy away from going after things that we want to go after because of the fear of what others might say, and that's really what scared me off. And aside from going through the pregnancy and life-changing events at the time, obviously it was busy, and so yeah, I just kind of that idea just got lost out, you know.
But it was there. It's
but it
always
was
been
there.
there. And then, fast forward a few years later,
And here we are.
we're living in Mexico, and Carlos gets this idea where he's like, I should maybe start showing life in Mexico, because at that point, even when he started his TikTok, it was just let me show life in Mexico. It wasn't let us show our life. It was never even us. It was Carlos for a long time. Just him.
Yeah.
Just him and his camera.
And then what made you grow into participating?
You forced me. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that say they like to say that.
Pusiste a tu esposa a trabajar.
Because when I started my TikTok, I started slow. I started slow. I did videos here and there, and now I haven't posted a video in how many months. But one of the things that was encouraging, to kind of pushed me to start creating content was seeing Carlos's community grow. Because before, I had this conception of social media being what do you call it?
Parasocial?
Yeah, it's just being parasocial relationships that you don't really know these people. You don't really know them in real life. But
yeah,
at least with us and the community that Carlos was growing, it started to feel real. We started to connect with a lot of people who were going through the same thing, who were relocating, deported, just mixed status family, all of it. And it opened up a whole other sense of community for us, because we'll talk about it when we talk about our first year, but that first year for us living here, it was very closed off. We didn't really know how to start over, because who knows how to do that, right? We're in our 30s and our late 20s, we didn't really know how to do that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a door opening, and seeing that firsthand, seeing that unfold in real time, as your wife who didn't create content with you, was really neat. So it kind of did spark that interest. And then I just kind of I went back and forth where I was I don't want to be performative. I don't, it'll feel right when it feels right, and that's that. I'm not going to force myself. And even now, Carlos will tell you, if there's days or moments where it's it's not right, it doesn't feel right, it's that. And it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Because one of those things that, I tell Carlos, I'm creating content in general, it feels performative to a degree. You're pulling the camera out, you're gonna create, your intention is to create content. That in itself is a little bit of performance already. So forcing it even more, it's not something I want to gear towards.
Yeah, definitely. You always want to keep it authentic and not make it seem like you're performing for the camera. Every time we pull the camera out, we just want to...
I feel that translates. On camera. So
yeah,
while my awkwardness translates as well, just know I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
But
one of the cool things, though, sorry to interrupt, but one of the cool things is that now you get to experience what I got to experience on TikTok as we continue to grow this community on YouTube, and it's the OG status of the supporters when you first start. Because when I started on TikTok, I always remember those first few followers that I had, right? That I call my OGs, because they were there from the beginning. And so I have this I feel like I have this really tight bond with these people, because when I'm doing a live, they'll join my live and I'm just hey, that's my OG.
I think it's a different level of appreciation.
Yeah.
Even on YouTube now, he is right. I do. I always tell him oh, I see Tupelo Honey commented.
Shout out to Patrick.
Or Patrick, you guys are always there, and it's those are the faces that we or the names that we start to remember and recognize, and that's how the community starts and builds slowly.
Yeah.
Obviously YouTube, like I mentioned, it's a whole other beast. So it'll take us a little longer probably, and it'll take us a lot of trial and error, because who knows what'll help, our channel grow, and what we'll feel comfortable with, like.
Which is why we wanted to do these conversations, because we wanted to sit down and try something different, to see what feels natural to us and what feels comfortable as we're learning to create content together. Because it's one thing to create content by yourself, and then it's having to create content together where you have two different personalities.
And we have very different creating styles.
Yes.
Because Carlos is very spontaneous and on the go. And I am very much more let's plan it out. And I'm not saying I want to script everything, but I definitely like knowing what we're creating that day, what kind of content, or kind of having a vision for things beforehand. It helps me kind of just create, right? Because when he puts me in the moment, I'm very much
you freeze.
I freeze. I tense up, and that.
And sometimes I do it on purpose just to mess with her, but I've learned that I can't do that. Like if we're making a vlog or something, I've learned not to just be like, hey babe, what do you think about this? Because it's instant freeze. Yeah. But that's part of the process too, it's understanding each other. But we're here now. I mean, for me, it's been an awesome journey to build an awesome community on TikTok, and now getting to jump over to this platform, and which is YouTube, and obviously doing it with her, because for me it's always very special to do things with you, and I love to anything that involves me and her doing things together. I'm always sign me up for it. And so now she gets to experience all of those cool little things that I got to experience as I grew as a content creator, but now we get to do it together. So
I'm just here for the ride, I guess.
For the ride.
Just to see where it takes us, honestly, because we don't really have, our goal is never to become this viral, a YouTube account. It's never, I don't think that's our vision.
I think we just want to go.
I think growing a community,
yes.
Growing a real sense of community is the goal.
Yeah.
Because that's what,
that's the cool part about
getting to know people, connecting with people. We've met some incredible people on TikTok, and it'd be cool to kind of start that here on YouTube too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
that's one of the coolest things about social media and content creation, is connecting with others and getting to meet other people that otherwise you would have never met. So but this is another series that we're going to, I guess, continue moving forward.
Yeah, we'll have different topics of discussion, where we kind of just talk amongst us, and kind of see it won't be scripted, it won't be we'll have a topic in mind, and that's how we'll go.
Yep. And we're always open to suggestions, also always open to constructive criticism too, because that's part of growth. Is
we talk too much. Let us
talk
know.
Too much, if whatever type of content that you would like to see, everything. I mean, we don't want to make you feel like you're responsible for our content, but we do always want to voice out that we appreciate your support. We take you into consideration as one of our subscribers, and we want to be able to continue to put out content that you enjoy, and that's the whole part of growing as a content creator. So you can also, I always forget to say this, but you can also now hype our videos. If you like our videos, it just boosts the video. Okay. It just boosts it.
That's new. I think that's something newer on
YouTube. It's a new, how do you say it? Feature. It's a new feature, yeah. And of course, if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe, as we will continue to have these conversations, and always love the engagement, appreciate the engagement. I've also noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but there's been times in the comment section where I guess people can gift you monetary donations, I think.
Yeah, that's new.
And although, look, we truly appreciate it.
It's not necessary.
It is not necessary.
We just appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah.
Our posts. Our videos.
Our videos.
And that's enough for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Just watching our videos, dropping a couple comments, letting us know your thoughts. That's more than enough support and more than we could ever ask for, because you guys don't owe us anything. So your support alone means a lot to us, and we want to make sure we always voice that out. So
we'll be here this time next week.
Next week, yeah. Different topic. We'll see what pops up.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys throw us a couple of suggestions in the comment section, and we'll pick and choose, and then we'll go with that. What do you think? Yeah? Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Now I'm putting her on the spot.
Now I'm feeling nervous.
Anyways. Hey guys, our phone died as we were finishing up that video, so our apologies about that. But we just wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you again for all the support and all of the love that you guys send our way. And we'll be back at some point with a different topic when we sit down and have a conversation between us.
Aquí Entre Nos.
Aquí Entre Nos.